Hello. Hello, hello. We're live. We are live. What is the goal? The goal is $1 million. The goal is $2 million and a farm. Grace, come on, Grace. Grace, you can't be on the laptop. You're too young to be on the laptop. Okay? I love you and you can be on the live, but you can't be on the laptop. She's like, I'm going to get on the laptop. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see if people come into this live. I can look at my phone until people get here. I can look at my phone. Hello, there's one person. Hello, Alexander. How are you? Hi. It's just you and me and Grace. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for being here. Grace really wanted to be on the laptop, like literally on the laptop, but I'm good. I'm good. It's been a very good day. I had lunch with my neighbor and then I went to the store. Um she really is very cute, but she's also I'm talking about you. We're talking about you. Yeah. You're beautiful. She knows. She knows she is. I don't know if you remember that movie, Homeward Bound, but I think that was the movie that had the cat Sassy, and that's totally Grace. Grace is just like she's like a little princess. She knows. She knows she's beautiful. She knows she's delicate. She does not want me to hold her still, and that's fine. I respect her. She loves for me to pet her though. But yeah, my day's been very good. I'm very blessed. I'm very, very blessed in this life. That movie was funny. Oh, you're having dinner with your little boy? Well, I don't want to interrupt y'all's dinner. I don't want to. I've been recording videos, so I will definitely post more videos this weekend while I'm at work. And I did a Leo reading because we're going into Leo season, and that was kind of like was not great. What are y'all eating? That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Fries. Fries are amazing. Burgers are amazing. I do like a good burger and fries. Oh, okay. I got you. It's a kid thing. I feel like it's a kid thing. I always ate grilled cheese. That's what I wanted. A grilled cheese everywhere. I wanted to play real safe. I mean, if I could have gotten fries, I would have gotten fries, but my mom didn't really take me to fast food. No. She was not nice like that. For 8 years, all he would eat is fruit and fries. That's okay. At least it's not fruit and flies. Fruit is good. Fruit is amazing. It's got the natural sugars and vitamin C. I think it really does help humans. I think it really boosts the immune system. I mean, Homemade fries are amazing. My stepmother, at my dad's, she would make fries, and they were the best fries I've ever had, ever. Still, to this day, the best fries. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Healthy is a blessing. Somebody else is here watching in this live. I don't know who it is, but someone else is. It's Leo season. Is everybody excited? Is everybody excited about that? Leo season? I mean, I'm kind of excited about it. Hello, baby love dragon. How are you? Love and blessings right back to you. Thank you. We're we're just gonna keep shining, you know? We're the star. I'm doing fantastic. And Alexander is eating with his son, so that's always good. It's been a pretty decent Mercury retrograde, at least for me. I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. My schedule is a little bit wonky, like, it's not made, so I don't really know what I work. I mean, I know what I work this week, but beyond this week, I mean, I guess I may not even maybe they're gonna fire me and I don't even know, just not put me on the schedule. No, I think a lot of people's schedules are like that, so life is good. Really? Do you like that? Time does seem to be going by super fast also, I've noticed that. You know what else I was gonna make a video and talk about, is dreams. Like, my dreams have been no, you don't? Can you make it to where your schedule doesn't change all the time? Mm. Do you like your job? I feel that. I feel that for sure. Well, you know, they say that you're supposed to do whatever you love, and then it won't be work. But what if you love doing nothing? I mean, sometimes I love doing nothing. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I wish I could see you. Um, oh, my dream. I had a dream someone gave me a baby. Okay, one night I had a dream that someone just like I walked into this little living room, my little living room, and all of a sudden there was just like a 6-month-old baby there in a car seat, and she had like a diaper bag, and she had all the stuff she needs, you know? But I was just like, "Who brought me this baby?" You know? Like, and what am I supposed to do with this baby? And then people kept started coming from the sides, and they were all crying, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, you had a baby. She is so beautiful." I mean, and yeah, it was a baby. Babies are adorable, but I just remember, like, being like, "I didn't have this baby." Telling people, like, "I didn't have this baby." I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Um, but my dreams have been really, really crazy. Like, every night, they're just kind of, like, off the chain. Like, I had a dream also about somehow in Arizona, my ex-boyfriend who was incredibly abusive and I snuck away from, that he showed up and he was, like, beating me with a 2 by 4. It was terrifying. It's a terrible dream. And then just recently, like 2 nights ago, I had a dream that my coworker was like Professor McGonagall. Like, she was at work, she's a nurse, she was at work, and then she was just, like, transforming into a cat and then transforming back into a human, and it's really wild. I mean, there's obviously a lot of symbolism in all of those dreams, and I think I've been able to kind of figure out what the dreams are trying to tell me, but yeah. I still haven't quite figured out the baby dream. I had my ovaries removed when I had a mastectomy, so I know I'm not pregnant. No, it's not gonna happen. Oh, wow, I didn't even think about that, solar storms. I mean, I think, yeah, but what about this, like, portals in CERN? I mean, I think whenever mainstream started talking about CERN, I feel like not a lot of people knew much about quantum physics or anything, so I feel like people are just like, "Oh, okay," like, they didn't really know exactly what it meant, and I feel like people have learned a lot. There's obviously a massive information dump on the internet. Claire G, hi, how are you? Ah, well, thank you for watching me for years. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad you could be here. Um, it's a real concern, pun intended. Yeah, I've been I've just been hearing a lot about CERN and, like, entities, I guess, that we're having more documents declassified, so, everybody believes in ghosts, and what if it's actually just not ghosts? What if it's actually just in some kind of interstellar entity? Or yeah, it's all wild. Something is definitely going on, though, because they're just really vivid, colorful, wild dreams. I still has anyone else been having wild dreams? It was a dolphin, it's my phone. It's my ringtone. You have been? What do you think happens when you dream? It's one of those phenomenon that no scientist can really pin down perfectly. Yes, interdimensional beings, yes. Me personally, I kind of feel like we go to a whole different life when we're asleep. Like, I feel like our dreams aren't just our brains playing memories. I feel like we're actually living some kind of a life, like, in another dimension. That's my personal belief. Yes, exactly, just what you said, an alternate reality and timelines. Yes. It's pretty intense for for me. I can't imagine how I would feel. Oh, really? When there are retrogrades. I guess this is gonna be probably the first time in my 44 years that Hi, Deborah, how are you? That I'm gonna pay attention to the fact that my dreams are vivid while simultaneously being aware that it's currently a retrograde. Maybe I should create, like, a retrograde journal diary and just document all the things. I'll probably lose it when the retrograde is over or forget about it. But maybe it is the retrogrades. I do also feel like the world I don't know, there's just Something wild's about to happen. I feel like that. I feel like, something well, lots of wild things are actually happening. But yeah, I don't think it's, like, horrible things. I definitely think things are changing. If you go by history, just history repeats itself, we're getting close to the 30s, and, like, the 1930s was, like, the Great Depression, so that's not exciting. But we had the Roaring '20s before, and we would be in the Roaring '20s, which kinda seems they kinda seem similar, you know? Lots of people are wealthy, people that weren't always wealthy, like, it's someone had a name for it. It's the greatest, like, financial, switch where people that kinda always had money were kind of like the people who are just gonna keep having money, and all these people nowadays, because there's so many people on the internet, you can make bank on the internet. I don't, but you can. Yeah, it is. That's, I guess, how I'm feeling too. Um, I'm not on TikTok, although in my bio of my channel, it says that I am. I haven't been on TikTok in so long. It's like I just don't have time for TikTok. Okay. Well, what's funny that you say that, Claire G, because I am in Flagstaff, Arizona, and in the last month, 2 people have gone camping here, and they got bubonic plague. One got pneumonic plague, which is like a more deadly version of bubonic plague, and he died. And the lady who got bubonic plague was just like very recently, like a week or 2 ago, she was able to get treatment. And so, I mean, she was obviously sick, but it wasn't deadly. She was able to get the correct antibiotics and treatment in time. But yeah, like, what are you kidding me? Like, bubonic plague for real? And I'm just thinking, I am glad that I don't it's a certain part of the forest where I just don't camp. It's just not one of my places that I go, and I'm glad because apparently that part of the forest has got bubonic plague. But yeah. Oh, yeah, when was the plague? Let me ask my phone. I guess I can share my screen. We could just, like, look this up. I've done this once before. Mm. Oh, wow. I just learned that I can actually, like oh, man, I can just insert an ad if I wanted to. I had no idea I could do that. That's not what I wanna do. What is this? I don't have access to this feature. What is this? Share screen. Here we go. Um, okay. When was the plague? It's probably gonna tell me, like, COVID. 1346. That was the Black Death. There we go. The Black Death. Okay, so Black Death, bubonic plague, pandemic that occurred in Europe from 1346 to 1353. Okay, so we're a little bit early if that's the 40s. I mean, it seems kind of legit though. You've got to take everybody's money away from them. in the Great Depression time to then get to this horrible, horrible disease. I mean, that's wild. Okay, so I figured out how to screen share. Now let me read these comments. I'm sorry. All these old plagues and viruses seem to be making a comeback. The reality is so bizarre. I mean, it really is. I think it's also in the Bible. Um, Hi, Deborah. There's an interesting film called Le Hissard sur le Toll, The Horseman on the Roof, that's set around the time of the plague, and it's interesting to see how quickly people lost their minds panicking. I mean, I think that we got a great taste of that with COVID, right? Feels like the stage is being set for something. I mean, very much so. Very much so. And then so I am like an unconventional Christian where I believe in Jesus, I believe in God, but I took like the really long ass way around to get to that, where I was mad at God for a long time because I had a really bad life. And then I spent all of these years learning about every other religion under the sun. Um, before I came to the conclusion that I love Jesus and Jesus is real to me. Everybody has their own thing. Everybody's got their own unique spirituality. But my point is, I'm trying to make is I haven't always just known the Bible. I can't just like quote scripture. I can't just say, I'm not that good. But I feel like plagues coming back is in like Revelation. I feel like that is. Jupiter Jazz, hi. How are you? We're just talking about stuff. We're just talking about stuff. I mean, look at all the okay, so I did watch one small video from this lady. I don't know her name. I If I'm going to talk about this, I need to start documenting so I can give people the credit that they deserve. But it was in regards to all the floods. Like she apparently pays attention to she's like a ham radio operator, and so she pays attention to flight patterns because it's radios, different kinds of radios. And she noticed that the Air Force was flying these planes, their flight pattern, about 4 days before each one of the floods, because apparently there was a really bad flood in New Mexico, which I haven't heard that much about, but definitely the flood in Texas. I mean, my hometown was actually really flooded along with at the same time. But these airplanes were just flying in circles. And so obviously the theory there, nothing confirmed, allegedly, that these planes are, cloud seeding, and they're just, like release too much of this aluminum or whatever chemical it is. And it's kind of like, kind of does make sense. I mean, obviously that's how, if you want to start talking about like the Vietnam War, isn't that how a lot of how they won is it just made it rain forever? So nobody could do anything, it was just pouring down rain. Isn't that where the government kind of came out with the whole like controlling the weather technology? The trumpets, bowls, and seals talk about plagues. It's glam, ham. Oh, yes, you are so right. Ah, I love that. Yeah, she really, I mean, that was the first video that I'd ever seen of her, but I was very impressed that it wasn't like, some people just kind of sound like, hi, Hattie Beans. She heard me get loud. Some people kind of, I don't want to, I don't want to be like judging people, but some people kind of sound crazy when they talk about it. And it kind of makes it like not so believable. But yeah, very, very educated video. And you're exactly right. That is her name, Glam Ham Radio. Here's Hattie Beans with all of her toe beans. Yes, she sticks to facts. No speculations. No speculations. Hattie Beans. She's like so heavy. That's okay. She's like, why did you go live, Mom? Why are you doing this? You didn't tell me? You didn't tell me you were going to go live? Hattie, you can't be on the laptop. The internet is dangerous for cats. Thank you. She's my baby. She's my soulmate. She's like she's kind of like my life partner. Like, yeah, she really is. I adopted all these kittens, and sometimes I kind of feel like her and I are both the parents. And we sit back and we watch them and we're like, oh, wow, we're doing a good job. She's an angel. She is complete unconditional love. And Grace is here too because Grace loves her. Grace loves Hattie and Hattie loves Grace. They really do. Rory is very independent, the littlest one. So she's still very independent. She just wants to play and be sassy. I love you, honey. Okay. Really? I love that. What color is your kitty? Jupiter Jazz, cuddling with my kitty right now, too. We love cats. We love cats. Ah, yes. It's a ginger cat. We love those. We love those. Oh, wow. So is she loud? I need to get Rory fixed because I adopted her from a coworker. I didn't get her from the Humane Society. I need to go get her fixed. Okay. Maybe that's why the girls are not too jazzed with her still because they know she's not fixed. But she's definitely going to get fixed. She is. You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. Yeah, you are. Look at Hattie Beans. You got beautiful eyes, Hattie Beans. She's watching birds out the window. Well, we are going to do some tarot. We are definitely going to do some tarot in this video. I just did a reading, like I recorded it and I'm going to schedule it to post for Friday. And I have another video scheduled to post for tomorrow. But it's a Leo reading and I accidentally called Leo the liar instead of the lion in the video. So if there's a Leo in there, they're probably going to really be pissed at me. I know. It's Mercury retrograde. I messed up, but maybe it was a Freudian slip. It's a possibility. I'm still going to post it because, I didn't mean it. It was just an accident. It just came out. And I make mistakes. And I'm not trying to please people. I'd rather be real than just try to please everybody. Because I know that my tribe is probably going to go, that was pretty funny. Okay, guys, can we read cards now? Can we do that? Can y'all not walk on the laptop and they're thinking about it, I know. That's why I was like, maybe they are. I mean, I've known a lot of Leos, and some of them were most definitely liars. Okay, Grace, I need you. Hi, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Got all this cat hair on my face. Thank you. Thank you, baby love dragon. But the reading for Aquarius for this weekend was really good. It seems like the Aquarius that I'm kind of like resonating or picking up on reading for, I'm not going to say it's like every Aquarius, but it really seems like there's some people, like Aquarius is having to break away from some people who are not great. I mean, I love the idea of having help, from other people. And I love the idea of like a tribe and a team and being able to kind of like depend on other people. I love that idea because help is beautiful. But I'm really starting to come to the conclusion that Aquarius, whatever Aquarius is, the soul journey and the purpose, like the big thing that Aquarius is supposed to do, teach teach other people, because what Aquarius started going through 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that kind of set them into their dark night of the soul to become who you are today. People are just now going through that. It started kind of like with COVID, where the masses started going through this. And I really feel like Aquarius, the majority of Aquarius that resonate here with me, with this group, it's what you do. I fucking love that, Claire. But I feel like we're supposed to teach people. I feel like we're supposed to help people with where to go and how to navigate an actual healing existence and how to actually love their soul and pay attention to their soul and listen to their soul and not listen to their parents or their boyfriend or their husband or their wife. I mean, because I feel like that is what the universe has kind of been doing to us. Aquarius has been throwing people into our lives. A lot of them leave. A lot of them hurt us. It breaks our heart. It tears us apart. But then we learn. We learn more about ourselves and we come back stronger and smarter. And I feel like before 10 years ago, there was just this epidemic of spiritually ignorant people getting together and just trying to live the whole life spiritually ignorant together. Hello, Alexander. We finally have moved a little bit to Aquarius. We were having very good conversation. And welcome back. But it was, I don't know if I can speak for everybody when I say this, but I know that whenever I went through my dark night of the soul, I'm obviously an Aquarius, so I'm very, very stubborn. So I wanted to hold on to the way that I thought things should be for a real long time. So it took me a while to get on the I need to actually heal myself train. It's not easy. I was always steered away from teaching, saying it was crap job, little pay, etc. And you listened to them for a long time. No more. Packed up, moved to Italy. Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing, Claire. Thank you, Alexander. That sounds amazing. Well, I don't know if you missed it, Alexander, but I said one of the things that I think that Aquarius is supposed to be doing is teaching. Teaching. An awesome treat to be around kindred spirits who can talk about the deep stuff. Thank you. Yes. Yes, baby love dragon. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. This is the fun stuff. Maybe I'll have to start doing a live where we just kind of talk about what's going on in the world. That could be fun. That could definitely be fun. But I was also saying that I feel like Aquarius has been Well, the Aquarius that I've been kind of tapping into recently, like recently in time, is having to break away from people. Okay. What would we call that live stream? I couldn't just say like tarot if I didn't really do tarot. I mean, I guess I could, but I'm not going to. Yeah, Deborah. Okay. Yeah, I can. It is hard. It is hard. The thing is, I'm learning the more that I personally try to create relationships with people and try to begin them. I've done a lot of self work. I've done a lot of shadow work. I've done a lot of healing. I've had to look at myself sometimes and realize where I am in the wrong for a situation going the way that it went because I allowed it to happen because I saw a red flag and I didn't heed it. You know, I knew better. I didn't listen to my intuition, all the things. Aquarius coffee talk. I like that. I like that. Aquarius coffee talk. ACT, ACT, Aquarius Coffee Talk. I like it. But other people, whether they're romantic, you know, prospective romantic partners or friends, coworkers, bosses, a lot of people are not as emotionally developed as Aquarius in in our group, in our sphere. And a lot of that can only come with time, and experience, but I think that's what I'm kind of, at least me personally, I'm running into, is people are still kinda, like, trying to manipulate me, and I'm just kinda like, "I'm actually just can tell you exactly what you're doing and why I don't want to do that with you," and whenever I say that, they're like, "You're being mean." "Okay, I'm being mean." I'm being honest. I used to ignore all the red flags. We are givers, and it can cause pain to ourselves. You're exactly right. Yep. It can. And, we're never going to be able to completely stop that part. And we definitely, obviously, shouldn't stop giving, and just be a little bit more selective at who we give to. And always make sure that we're giving to ourselves. Always giving to ourselves. Because you can't give from an empty cup. So, yes, exactly. Follow our instincts. Act. Aquarius Coffee Talk. I did not know that Pluto was in Aquarius, but that makes so much sense. Jupiter Jazz said, I feel like now that Pluto is in Aquarius, we are accelerating in soul growth and rapidly outgrowing people. Yeah. That was a bunch of cards that came out. Good. I'm glad you've been spoiling the shit out of yourself. Yeah. Yeah. You need to be spoiling the shit out of yourself too, baby love dragon. You do. There is no try. There is only do or do not. Do you think we are given harsher lessons because we're able to compartmentalize our feelings better than others? Sometimes, yeah. I mean, going back to I believe in God and I believe in Jesus, going back to that, parts of the Bible talk about how really tough times God gives his some of the people that he loves the most, like the hardest time, because he knows that they're going to be able to make it through. It's going to make them it's going to make them stronger. They're going to be able to do it. So sometimes, yeah. I mean, I also think that there is this like aspect of the tough times happening where our energies and our thoughts create our realities. And once you're so many bad experiences in, you just kind of get to where you're like, I guess I'm just expecting bad experiences, you know? And I feel like we kind of, for a little while, kind of invite the bad experiences in because we're just like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing now. Guess this is life. We've learned to adapt to it. But then we reached another point in growth and soul growth and healing where we're like, no, I don't deserve that. And no, it doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to be a loss. It doesn't have to be frustrating and pointless and painful. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Okay, there's a quote. What punishments of gods are not gifts, or of God are not gifts. I like that. I mean, you're exactly right, Deborah. There's a lot of people who cannot be truthful or honest. And I think also older people in my life have said the same thing throughout my whole entire life. And I kind of looked at it and paid attention to it and perceived it in different ways in each like decade of my life. But there is an epic battle of good and evil that is taking place on this planet. And it's right. I think some people have beautiful, pure souls. They're just confused. They've been hurt. They haven't been loved. They're still trying to find their way. And then I think there are some people who are just plain dark. I mean, I really do. Yeah. Love, peace, blessings, truth, and freedom for all of us. I love that. Hurt people do hurt people. I got really mad in the middle of it was whenever I was living in my car still. And I got really pissed off at that saying and I was like, yeah, hurt people do hurt people. But actually now in 2025, hurt people get fucking therapy. I'm tired of making excuses for people that are hurt. But I mean, at my job, I'm shown every day that not everybody's on the same not everybody is me. Not everybody has the same thought process as me. Not everybody has the same capacity to perceive a situation as me. So just because I've been able to evolve myself, hi Merida, how are you? Evolve myself to where I can recognize that I'm hurt and other people hurt me, and I can try to be a little bit more compassionate and empathetic and listening versus reactionary. Not everybody else can do that just yet. So, but you're exactly right. Hurt people hurt people. I'm glad you're here, Merida. Welcome, welcome. But some don't want to face their problems. You're exactly right. I mean, some people don't want to face their problems. Some people like to have the problem because it's a crutch for either their behavior or possibly an addiction. And also, I don't know if there's ever been any human who actually enjoys having to admit that they were wrong. That's not what we want to do. You're exactly right. I mean, your daughter is right, baby love dragon. I just flipped over this card, house. House. It's like super structure. Super structure, but it's also gives like back in the day kind of vibes when things were a little bit more concrete, a little bit more stable. You could kind of count on a family like these days. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck is lilies. So house is number 4. That's the strongest number. It's the strongest foundational number. It's 4 directions, 4 cardinal directions, 4 corners of a room, 4 corners of a square. I mean, it's just a solid foundation. And then lilies is number 30. 3 plus 4, 7, divine. But lilies do all of their blooming in the dark. They do their blooming. They become their most beautiful self in the dark. So spiritually in the dark, hurt, shut off, feeling like nobody is seeing anything. And that's where lilies bloom the best. But this house, I feel like there's really something important to talk about with this house card. Like, it's safe. It's a safe structure. There's going to be love. There's going to be support in that house. There's going to be compassion and understanding. There's going to be food. There's going to be laughs. There's going to be so many good memories. It builds so much confidence. I'm going to read the book on it and see what it just says. Okay. Oh, Merida. Yes. I can definitely pull a card for you, Merida. Yes. Oh, really? Your mom's favorite flowers, baby love dragon? Lilies are beautiful. I love lilies. Definitely growing in the darkness. Okay, so house. Let's see. Family, home, dwelling space, security, loved ones, and grounding. A sturdy home rises with the sun as it casts an orange-yellow fire into a placid blue sky. Sure does. The sleepy home has stood for ages as a sacred space for family. Infectious laughter of children fill the halls, and the homespun warmth of parental affection stands as sturdy as the stone foundation of the house itself. If you listen closely, you may hear the cooing of a newborn child or the celebratory bark of the family dog, rousing everyone from the spell of sleep. The house is built on good intentions, on the dream of safety, shelter for those within. It offers warmth, comfort, and reprieve from the outside world. Home is where the heart is, where love and support are found. The past and future intersect at this point in the sacred wheel of life. The dreams of family are passed on from parent to child, a continuous ring spinning around the axis of the home. Okay, one story washes into another as the graceful flow of age takes place. Children become parents, parents become patriarchs, and the family line can be traced in the lines of the weathered clapboards, the well-worn path to the garden, or the handwritten letters tucked into the attic. Profound moments of discovery are made across time within these walls. You may find who you are, where you've come from, and where the journey may lead. Okay, acknowledge where you are right now. What place do you call home? Are these memories are there memories there that can deepen your understanding of your collective history? Understanding your lineage helps you discover the blessings and challenges of your own journey. Look to your past, your familial connections, and your ancestors. In this way, a new home is a blank canvas, young, impressionable, and ready to be imbued with life, vitality, and desire. Filling the home with your energy and the collective hearts of your family quickens into you life. This is a chain reaction that carries on until some memories are no more. And so too does this place hold witness to your journey, both the misfortunes and the blessings, the pages of your story. If you take up residence in an old, embellished with historic significance, then you connect yourself to a larger narrative. The stories of those before, even though no blood connection exists, becomes intermingled with your DNA. You become a strand in its intricate web that shapes the soul of the space as much as it shapes you. What can this space teach you? Okay, let's see. New, historical, or inherited, the house is a place to find roots and spread wings. Take refuge there and make within these walls a sacred space to express and inspire your most intimate dreams and desires. Let the house be a safe haven to cultivate and compose yourself. Okay, maybe you've never had the experience of a stable home or even the connection to family, but the subtle strands that bind all hearts together still remain. There is still time and place to make unimaginable connections to your family, your roots, and your lineage. Make a home for yourself. Research your heritage. Visit the places that link you to your past. The sands of time can be moved to heal deep wounds, and new memories can be made if you do it before time has run out. Okay, ask yourself, who do I consider family now? And how can I deepen the connection? I love that. Okay. Hold space for yourself, your mind, your heart, your soul, and all your longings. Give those purpose and presence in your life, and your house will truly become a home. Okay. That was good. I like that. Let's see what it tells me about lilies. Self care, compassion, rest, retreat, relaxation, meditation, purity, rebirth, peace, process, stillness, and soul connection. So, two cards kind of talking about souls and connections. But luscious lilies bloom in an illuminated dreamscape. Among peaceful waters, a fairy floats in playful repose. In this dreamscape, a place of solitude has been found. The lilies provide safety and tranquility and invite you to be vulnerable. Let your hair down and discard all your layers. Float in peaceful waters of regeneration. You are being drawn to quiet contemplation after times of stress, pain, or loss. If you've endured a loss, take time to honor the experience. Taking time to process your feelings in a gentle way will restore you. Chaos and pain from the external world cause us to grow tired to the point of being numb. Rather than power through, be compassionate to your needs. Create space for solitude, a refuge from mind chatter and responsibilities. Divine energy can wash over and through you to soothe pain and inspire healing. Ask yourself, what can I let go of now? How can I make space for myself? Spend time alone in meditation, prayer, or even sleep. You have permission to steal away for a few moments to do one act of self love. A day of rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Go on a solo weekend trip, make a trip to the spa, wander through the woods, have a restorative massage. Whatever you do, be in a state of allowing, of just being. Okay. I love that. Okay. I'm reading. You don't feel at home where you live right now? Um, how can you change that? Or how can you make yourself feel at home? Thank you. Thank you, baby love dragon. You're beautiful too. And all of us being here right now communicating with each other is beautiful. Very beautiful. If um if I could see auras, there would be like this massive like rainbow aura that would be coming from us. It would be so bright and shiny, but I can't really see auras that good. I can sense energies, but I don't see things too much. I'm glad that you're here, Deborah. We want you to have a place where you feel at home. You know, that falls under Maslow's hierarchy for, mental wellness. You know, you need to have the basics. There's this thing called Maslow's hierarchy, and it's this basic list of necessities that a human being needs to be able to achieve in order to actually have a chance at mental wellness and shelter. You know, food, shelter, clothing. They they need to have some kind of a support system. You feel energy too? Okay. Um, well, let me get let me get some cards and I will ask for you, Merita. It's kind of getting dark out and kind of windy outside. I hope it storms. Love thunderstorms. I definitely feel energy just like that, baby love dragon. I sometimes wish that I could see it, but sometimes I don't because I think I might freak out if I saw some kinds of energies. I also have it's not always my favorite Claire. Ah, Claire G. Claire. Um but I can smell things too. Sometimes it's not good. Like someone's really kind of like got a lot of darkness going on. And it's not just because they haven't showered. Like I can smell. Oh my gosh, Alexander. I mean, Alexander, you're living the life. I'm a little jealous. I don't have a bath in this RV. I have a shower, but I make my showers very nice. I really do. I have all of the things to spoil. We were supposed to have a good storm here this evening and nothing. Well, maybe it can change. Maybe it will change real quick. The weather can change, you know. If the government can manipulate the weather, our wishes and good intentions can do just as much, if not more. Dolphin. Okay, me too, and I can smell sulfur. That's exactly. Yes, yes. But you know what else sometimes I smell, especially at work, and I know it has to be something. I know it's spiritual because at work, psychiatric acute care unit, a lot of people are not great with ADLs, you know, activities of daily life, which includes showering. So to smell bad smells there, it's not that big of a shock. But a lot of times when I'm there, I smell roses and I'm just like, that I know that that's something spiritual because there's no way a beautiful floral rose scent is just coming from the pack unit. Um, well, good. That's amazing, Alexander. You've earned it. I hope that when I told you that I was jealous, you didn't really think. I mean, I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for you. I just sometimes wish I had a bathtub. An angel close by. I like to think that. I definitely like to think that. I've kind of been reading a lot about Mary Magdalene lately, especially at work, which it's incredibly scientific. Okay. Thank you, Alexander. Okay. So, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I haven't always been great. Just so you know, though, just to keep it real. I haven't always been a really awesomely good person. I've made some pretty bad choices in my past, and I've been an asshole. So, but I know that. I recognize it, I own it, and I use it as motivation to not be like that ever again. You did. You know what, Alexander? That is, like, probably one of my most favorite things that anybody can ever do in my life, is when I give people advice and they take it. It I love that because I feel like I give good advice, and I feel like you deserve more, just like my favorite quote lately, "The universe isn't on a budget. Ask for more. You deserve more." And is positive and hope. Ah, thank you, Merida. That's the energy that I transmit. I love that. I love that. With just like maybe a little dash of smartass. Well, I love that for you, Alexander. I really do. Baby Love Dragon. Aw. And thank you, Deborah. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. This place, right here in this situation with you guys, this is like the good part. Okay. Okay, Merida. I'm gonna ask these cards some. I'm gonna ask these cards for Merida. She wants a job that she loves. A good job. The job that she wants. Because it's the job she wants. So of course it's gonna be the job that she loves. And a home from the Council of Magic. Merida. What does Merida need to do to get to that? Okay. That's the bottom of the deck. Death. Strength, Leo. Energy, upright though. So it's divine strength. And then this 8 of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting from the cards for you, Merida, is something ended and you are maybe not wanting it to have ended, holding on to it maybe just a little bit, like not actually letting it end. And it doesn't have to be like somebody died, but just a situation is like beyond repair. It's not going to come back. But out of possibly a lack of self-confidence, you're kind of standing in your own way of allowing yourself to move forward. If you would completely relinquish any hope that this thing that was lost would come back, and just completely put all of your faith into the universe, the divine leading you, it will. It will lead you there. It will bring you there. You will get there. Possibly when this thing died, when this thing stopped, when this thing ended. I mean, most definitely it was out of your control. Most definitely it was not like you reached a point where you were like, okay, I can end this now. I'm going to feel comfortable with that. No, you were not prepared for it at all. And it really did affect you. Like it caused a struggle. It caused a struggle and pain and sadness. And I think that possibly has created maybe a little bit of like PTSD type energy, type feelings where you don't want that to happen again. You don't want to be put in that situation again. So you feel like you kind of need to struggle and fight and stubbornly have all the control. But really, in reality, it will just go a lot smoother if you can just let all of this go. Everything from the past. And just put your faith in the divine, in the universe, in God. And trust. Okay. It is like a cozy hug, baby love dragon. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is church. Fuck yeah, it is. You know what's funny is I was actually thinking about that today because I love God, but I also love money. And I was like, I wonder if I could start a church. Then I wouldn't have to pay taxes. And then I'd be able to communicate with people. And we could just talk about things in this perspective, like in this perspective, where we could have God and we could have Jesus, but we wouldn't be like going to hell for anything, which is what the majority of churches in my childhood always told me. Like, church had me thinking I was going to hell when I was like 4 years old. You know, when I was telling this story to Merida Alexander, I was thinking about what you just said. You know, you released and forgave everything. Thank you, baby love dragon. You would be great too. No, I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, what if we all could like somehow get together? We could technically all get together because of the internet. The internet makes everything possible. And we could have our own church, our own place. It's full of hope and support and love. And also talk about real things. Jesus is so epic in my eyes. Really. He's so cool. He's so cool. Hi. Okay. Well, The whole world does need this, baby love dragon. You had a near death experience. Hell is a place in your mind. You go where you feel you deserve to go. God doesn't judge you, you judge yourself. He just wants you, he wants to carry you into the light. Oh, it's beautiful, Jupiter Jazz. I had an NDE too, and I have very similar beliefs just like you. I feel I feel really bad for like my grandparents who really completely wholeheartedly believed in hell because I fear that they might be stuck in a place kind of like that because they just believed it. Best Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter retrograde ever. Ace of Pentacles. Amen. Do I think that it's going to take a long time for those things to happen? I mean, it seems like it's already taken a long time. Yes, Jupiter Jazz and DE sisters. Yes. But it sounds like it's all Rita. Hi. Um, I feel like it's already taken a long time for you to get to the point where you want to let go of these things, Merida. Um, and the High Priestess just came out when I was thinking about you. The High Priestess doesn't talk. She's a mute. Okay? Um, she just knows everything. You're welcome, baby love dragon. Thank you for you did the exact same thing for me. You did the exact same thing for me. We're all amazing and we're all here and I actually can I know that it's digital, but I can feel every one of y'all's energies distinctively and it's amazing. It's so cool. Can I tell Merida a time? What does justice mean to you, Merida? It is. It really is so soothing. Merida, you asked me how long to get to this? Like, how long is it going to take to get to that? Now, what does justice mean to you, Merida? Because justice is upright. Can I ask you why do you use the word forbidden? Yeah, we are, Alexander. Yeah, we are. The reason that I ask Merida is because the chariot reversed. I mean, Alexander is right. So earlier, a little bit further up in the chat, Merida, you had mentioned that you had asked the universe to let it go. And I don't know if that was a miscommunication because it very well could be. But I think that you're gonna have to just say, like what Alexander is saying, that you forgive and that you let it go. I mean, I really hate that that is the reality for you, Merida. Um, I mean, Claire, yeah, and Alexander, yeah, 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 you're exactly right, Alexander. But I do also see where you pray and you do oh man, what God will give you what you really deserve. I feel like it says and this is the thing that I tell myself because I'm a very stubborn person. I have a hard time forgiving some things. Sometimes I do, I'm not gonna lie. Um, forgive lest your sins not be forgiven. Yeah, we are. Baby Love Dragon is right. Claire G, right. Alexander, right. That's understandable. That's valid, Merida. That's incredibly valid. I mean, so have you okay, if you don't want to think because it is too painful, have you actually sat down and just sat with the pain though? I feel like Claire, you're right. I mean, we are all right in what we're saying here, but I feel like Claire is right that spirit is waiting for you to let go. Can you forgive the people that you worked for free that did not treat you well? Hold on one second. There's somebody outside. I mean, y'all go ahead and keep talking. I'll be right back. Okay, there's nothing out there and there's no one out there. So that was God. He was just like, hey, I'm here. It can take a long time to really realize to get to the point of healing and forgiving and letting something go, especially if you had like unfinished business. If this group of people, coworkers, boss, corporation used you, so to speak, and then let you go and treated you poorly, didn't pay you. And then I feel like that creates a situation where possibly you weren't able to communicate that it hurt you, or anything. Yes, the dolphin. They like it at work when my phone goes off at work. I will baby love dragon. I will be. Alexander, you're right. No man can serve two masters. I feel like my soul inside me is screaming, but I have forgiven all as I believe everyone gonna come to their senses one day. Well, I can tell you right now, not everyone is gonna come to their senses one day. Um, I think that you need to okay, I had a therapist who said that those are not the right words. You're not supposed to need or supposed to or ought to or should, none of those words. It's a possibility that the universe, that God is waiting for you to come to your senses, Merita. Not everybody Unfortunately, not everybody is going to have the same views and the same beliefs and the same values that you have, Merida. Um, and that's unfortunate, but that's accurate. So I think that's where like boundaries come in big time in life. Like, you know what you can do, you know what you are good at, you know what you deserve because you were able to recognize that you didn't get it. And so focus on what you deserve and your own value and your own worth. But don't expect that any other human being that you're going to come into contact is going to be able to just give you what you give them. I think, I hope, I think positively that I think that most people are trying to do their best in life, but I know a lot of them are not. And I know that I know a lot of humans are really just out for themselves, truly. It can be very depressing and desperate feeling to actually think about that. So, again, another good case for don't think about other people, think about yourself. Think about value yourself, value what you know what you are, what you're bringing to the table, what you are giving, but also set boundaries that no, you're not just going to get this for free. Nobody's going to get this for free. Nobody's going to use me and then discard me. No. Okay. Lift a rock, I am there. Split a piece of wood, and you will find me. Jupiter Jazz. What you release opens up a space for better things and people. Yes. Stay in a higher frequency and know that you will get what you deserve, and so will they. There is divine timing for everything. Exactly right. Baby Love Dragon, this is so true. It is. Sometimes you just get stuck even when you try hard. Okay, you're exactly right. So I'm feeling like in my mind, the Empress just popped up into my head right when I read that, Merida. And the Empress, she literally doesn't try anything. She doesn't even do anything. She just sits back and she expects that the universe is going to deliver her every single thing that she needs. And it does happen because that's just how she is. That's what she believes. That's what she knows. That's what she vibes. She doesn't try to make anything happen. Have you ever seen like, you know, how like sometimes if you have a dog or if you've seen someone's dog and it gets out or off of a leash and this person is running and running and running and the dog will wait until the owner gets right there and then it'll take off some more. Like this person's chasing and chasing and chasing this dog and it almost gets to it and it runs away. And it almost gets to it and it runs away. Stop chasing. So, okay. Have Does that mean that you applied for this job position since April? Yes, Rita. And yes, Alexander. So, have you tried any other place besides this one place? April, May, June, July. That's a long time. Have you tried any other place? Because I do believe in serendipity as well, where you may want this thing and common sense would say, go here, that's where it's going to be. But the universe is tricky and surprising and serendipitous, where maybe if you go to the next choice wasn't where you thought you were supposed to go, that second choice or that third choice actually, through this awesome twist of fate, lead you to exactly where you wanted to be, but probably better. Okay. Well, I'm You must go through the lessons and the hard times. You're right, Alexander, you are right. Is it No, you're exactly right to see the true face of those that surround you. Um, you're you're correct, you're right. I also have this moment where now that I have such a close relationship with Jesus, I kind of only care what Jesus thinks, honestly. I mean, I obviously wanna eat and I wanna have fun and I like the color pink, but you're welcome, Merida. But I also could care less about what anybody else around me really thinks. I don't The only thing that's important to me is like, okay, would Jesus do this? Like, what would Jesus do? That thing, that's actually kind of the way that I exist. Like, if Jesus was right here, would he be like proud of me or would he be like, are you kidding me? And I'm not perfect because I'm a human being. Um, I really, I wish I had just this magical answer for you, Merida. And I'm sorry that I don't, I guess. Um, when you say that you have applied to many different places, and I get like this feeling that there's a lot of energy of trying and trying and trying. And I still kind of go back to the Empress. Like maybe you need to just stop trying and just try to just be happy and existing. Kind of like the lilies card, taking care of yourself, self-care, and just be in a state of allowing, of just being and not trying for just a little period of time. Get yourself and your mind completely in a higher vibe, on a different focus, like having fun if you can do that. Um, and away from worrying about and being concerned and fretting over this job situation. Okay. I'm sending you much love too, Merida. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but my microphone won't work over there, and my outlet is over there, and my computer is about to die. But this is amazing, and I'm definitely thinking I'm off on Sunday, so maybe we could all try to do a live on Sunday around the same time. Thank you, Jupiter Jazz. I thought so too, Rita, actually. Do something fun. Do something fun. Do something kind for yourself. Do something fun. Do something kind for yourself, Merida. And thank you all. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. Um, and yeah, I'm reading your comments, Alexander. Well, I'm reading everybody's, but it's a date. Okay. It's a date. Sunday. It's a date. So around kind of the same time. Is this a good time? Release the stress and something joyful, pure, good, and true to you. Yes, Rita. Okay, okay. I love you all very, very, very much. This has been so good. And Merida, how earlier? How much earlier? Oh my goodness, Claire. You need to get some sleep. Yes, we're all gonna be back on Sunday. Ah, it's gonna be so much fun. Sunday fun day. Oh my gosh, I love homemade tortillas. Guess what, Rita? My neighbor made me homemade mole and tortillas today. It was so good. So good. So spoiled. 2? Okay, yeah. 2. 2, that's yes. Okay, 109. Okay, yes, we can do it 2. We can do it 2. I can even do it at 1 since it's like 1 AM and 2 AM for many folks here. It was so good. And he made me an extra plate so I can take it for work tomorrow. So I have a delicious lunch. Yes. Um, okay. Get us some sound bowls. We do. Thank you very much for everyone being here. And thank you for just being yourselves. And we're all going to send Merida some self love energy and empowerment. And it's going to turn out to be good. It's going to turn out better than Merida could have even planned. They do work, Alexander. Okay. I love you all. I love you all. Y'all have sweet dreams. I'll see y'all on Sunday.